Kichi, Kichima, Chipram Konto, Alliance, shoot to kill, Gamaza, kill the poor, the farmer, kill the poor, the farmer, brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. Attention.
Elon got wind of this video.
Yeah.
And he had something to say about it as well.
They are openly pushing for genocide of white people in South Africa. At Cyril Ramaphosa, why do you say nothing?
Julius responds.
Malema must say. As a young black South African, what I'm getting from that video when I watched it, like, I understand it, like, it evokes emotions, nah, and feelings and certain sentiments, because you sort of put yourself in that place, in that pre-94 place. For anybody who was in that position, this was a motivating song. The Boer was the enemy. And now it serves as a reminder of like how far we've come, like in the struggle. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a tapping into the feelings. It's not really him saying, come, let's go kill the Boers right now. Because obviously we would have marched off and gone to kill the Boers. You know, we want that freedom.
Why do you want
because I feel like it's still a reminder that we haven't reached where we actually needed to reach or where we wanted to reach.
Just based on Julius's response.
Yeah.
That's how I know this guy would never be a president. So there's a clip floating around on Twitter of, I think, Peter Mokaba explaining the history of the song,
yeah,
and why it's being sung and all of that.
And we pointed out in a song that we are determined to kill the Boers. That is the literal sense. But that has never been policy of the ANC. The question of Boer has changed in content on the basis of the realities of the situation and our policy. It has always meant the enemy as a system of white supremacy and has never meant any individual on the basis of this or that color. And even as we chanted these slogans during the armed struggle, they have never driven us to the houses of the whites or to the farmers as individuals to kill them. Now, what has changed?
With that being said, because the youth feel like the ANC is like the biggest threat to South Africa's future right now,
yeah,
would that mean that the Boer is the ANC now?
I was actually about to say that when you were making that comparison, is that literally the ANC is pretty much the Boer to us right now, to all South Africans at this point in time.
So in terms of the backlash they're getting, I understand it if you don't understand the context behind the song and you just look at it at face value. Obviously, white people will get offended because I mean, literally singing it's that you should kill them.
Honestly,
right? If the shoe was on the other foot,
you know,
and DA had their own rally and they were busy singing songs about killing black people or stuff like that, obviously we'd all be outraged.
So do you think we should just do away with struggle songs completely?
No, struggle songs are necessary, but they should also be like contextualized. For me, the danger is there. Those 90,000 people singing that song in that stadium, all of them do not know the context of this.
Yes.
Some of them could take it literally. The main problem that I personally have with the EFF and this whole thing that they're doing, if you look at the strongest nations in the world, particularly China and Russia, it used to be the US, but the US are falling apart now. Because the US have literally been divided into left and right.
Yeah.
They're literally divided into
not two extremes. Yeah. And the two are going more and more extreme.
With Russia, you are Russian. Okay, from the outside looking in, with Russia, you're Russian. Like, that's it. With China, you're Chinese. And you serve the purpose to serve the Chinese government and make... you're patriotic to your country. Now, with this whole thing that he's doing, he's pushing racial divide in the country. And that will never work if you want to drive in South Africa. Yeah. That will never work. So that's my beef with this whole thing. The thing is with me is that, and you as well, we are born free.
Yeah.
We were born free. We weren't part of that whole struggle. So when I see things like this, it just doesn't sit right with me because okay, I don't have the hate that you have, and I understand why you have that hate.
And like I don't have that hate when I look at a white person and I just like, oh, I hate you so much, I want to kill it. No.
But basically, my whole point was that the reason why this thing won't work with the EFF is because it's pushing division in South Africa.
Absolutely.
And in order to be a strong nation, you need everybody
Unity.
to be patriotic about the country.
Absolutely.
You can't have EFF ruling and then there's a certain section of people that just hate the EFF. That will never work. I think AfriForum did take Julius to court about this whole Kill the Boer song. And the court did deem it that it's not hate speech. It's not hate speech. I don't know how they came to that conclusion.
Well, I'm sure with the explanation that, like, how you tried to explain it as well.
To me, it's about as hate speechy as it gets. That's
all.
Like,
if we're being for real.
Like, I just imagine if I was a Boer, I just imagine that, and I heard that song. Obviously, I'll feel
that's like outright hate towards me.
It's like you're literally thinking out loud that you want to kill me.
Like, we're really not gonna move forward, to be honest, if we just keep like I know this angers people so much, and it's an irritating thing to hear because people will say like you can't forgive people who are not sorry.
Yes.
Right?
There's
always that. But at the end of the day, we can't really be stuck in the past. You know, we need to move forward. And one thing I can assure you, South Africa is South Africa because of South Africans and all South Africans, you know, all South Africans. And the only way we can be great as South Africans is as all South Africans with the diversity. This intolerance of each other needs to stop.
I understand that there will always be tensions between different racial groups, different ethnicities, different tribes as
Do you think that's a natural thing?
Yes,
Let's say it is a natural thing, eh?
Yes, it is. Like you always look up for your people.
Yes. And you want the best.
It's natural, it's fine, it's cool. There will always be that tension. Especially with the history that we've had, there will always be that tension.
Yeah.
But a political party that wants to rule and that wants to rule a great nation
should not be a capitalist try to capitalize for their own people.
Yeah, they need to push. They need to push for unity in the country. Yeah. They need to push for patriotism. They need to push for all South Africans seeing each other as one. That's how South Africa will be like a great nation. So this EFF movement for me, it's cool and all. People are charged up about it. People are talking about it. But in the long run, I don't see this being beneficial at all to anybody. So my whole point is that I don't like the racial division this whole message sends out, especially outside the world. Now people are going to look at South Africa a bit weird now, saying that black people want to kill the white people. And we're already the most unequal country in the world. That should be our first problem to solve. We're supposed to be solving for more equality, which the ANC government is failing to do. That's why you should vote them out, get somebody else to try, get a stab at that and solving that problem. But also, the EFF fueling this racial division is not helping. Because now there's going to be more tension in the streets, more tension at work, more tension just outside in general, like interacting with different people. And you don't want to live that kind of life. Elon is spreading misinformation about that tweet, saying that it's mass genocide.
Yeah.
We're pushing for mass genocide.
When there's already and these untrue things as well going around, you know, there's like these propaganda pushing things going around.
I wasn't happy about that with Elon. Like I'd expect him to have better context about what's happening in South Africa than just seeing a clip and just reacting to it and being like,
and he knows the influence he has as well on his platform.
And this is a sad situation, but we'll see how it plays out. You guys just let us know what you think about this whole situation. Don't forget to like, subscribe,
and keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.